Morning, everyone. We're back once again. My name is Ace. I'm gonna do some art today. I'm gonna try to make an emote today for my channel. Got a lot of things I wanted to do for my channel that I have not been doing. So we're going to circle back to the 3D stuff in the near future. Do not worry. I think all we have to do left is I'm still catching up with doing the details and the clothes, the the textures. Once those are done, I think all we have to do, uh, like besides like the little things like put like a specular map or something like that, is finish the eyes and do the hair and then rig. And once that's done, then it is done. I will have had a full playlist of the entire process that I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to be refining that off stream a little bit more. But that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. And we will still be streaming some 3D projects in the future, but you won't see the entire process. Okay, you could just refer to the videos that are going to be on the VODs. Okay, just so I can work faster for the time being. Anyway, one day I'm going to try to do like a start to finish on stream. That is an idea that I am toying with for the future, of course. But just to give you a little bit of a heads up of what I want to do in the future. Today we're going to work on an emote for uh one of my catchphrases coming up, Ace. All right, it's gonna have like a kind of like a casino theme, since that's my name. I'm known as Ace in real life and on this channel. Okay, and we were just gonna keep to that theme. It's kind of a theme Anyway, that's it's the playing card ace. I know that may have some different meanings now, but it's not the asexual thing. It's like it's a playing card thing. But there it is. Okay. Okay, where are we gonna start with this? All right. Now I'm looking at the welcome to Las Vegas sign. I kind of want to do something like that, but I'm gonna make it a little bit, different, my own thing. All right. I'm not gonna copy that all the way. But that's what I was thinking. All right. It's the idea that I'm toying with. I'm going to do some lines here, but we definitely going to keep the Vegas theme. Okay. Is that a straight line? I don't know. Anyway, this is a sketch, and we're going to adjust it. Of course, it doesn't really matter if it's crooked because once we take this background off, crop it for the emote, it'll be straight. All right. We're gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be fine. All right, let's see what we got here. Everything's gonna be just fine. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna try to work on like a little bit of a diamond shape. That's a Vegas theme, right? Jewelry, jewels. We got loot. Okay, that's another theme. Getting all the treasure. We do that all the time when video games, right? I'm gonna use the line tool because I don't want to draw this freehand. I think that's fine. It doesn't look crooked to me. Maybe it's a little crooked. I think it is crooked. Okay, wait. Whoa. Let's back it all the way up here, okay? I know how we can make this. And you know what? I should have done that from the start. This is gonna be like more like it's gonna look like a neon sign. I want to try to keep that going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase the line I just did. And we're going to just draw a line all the way across, make sure it's nice and straight. That's a little crooked. That's why I'm using the line tool. There's we haven't done a 2D project in a minute. We've been working strictly in 3D, so I have not been keeping up like I want to. What I want to do is I want to do another workflow test, but I need to finish a 3D project before I can start that. So we're gonna hold on a little bit longer. I want to see how my art is going to look when I reference my own 3D project. I mean, it turns out pretty good without the 3D reference. So last summer I did something like that. Um, so I want to see how it's going to turn out when I do it with a reference. Okay, I just want to just do a little test because I'm working on a web comic and I want to know how. I just want to get I want to visualize. I don't want to visualize. I want to see how it's going to turn out when I start doing the pages like I want to, with the 3D references. It looks a little better than what we did before, okay? All right. Just a little better. I'm gonna freehand. Oh wait, hold on, wait. This line across this end is a little bit higher than the other end. We're gonna use the line tool, so we might as well make it as good as we can, okay? And I think the other line might be the same way, but it's fine. It's fine, okay? It's not fine. We're gonna do it again. Oh, why? It's because they're so thin. I should probably do thicker lines so I can see if they're straight. Let's see. When it's super tiny, are you gonna be able to see that? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't really matter. We'll get there, okay? And this is just the sketch. Hey, Tunas, welcome in. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. For some reason, that blue is super blue. Your name comes up blue in the chat. A different blue than my gaming uh, monitor for some reason. Super deep. I had trouble reading it at first. That's why I had to lean in a little bit. I'm doing great though. I wonder why it's different blues. Is it my monitors? Is it? No, my color is the same for my name. For me, it's purple. Yeah, yours is like a super deep blue on one screen, and it's a lighter, like a more subdued blue on my other screen. It's so weird. Yeah, we've been just enjoying some Shadow Hearts Covenant. I didn't do any art streams last week. I was a little preoccupied, but we're going to catch up with that now. And this is going to be an emote for the channel. All right. We're going to do um like a neon sign theme, like a Vegas theme. It's going to be an emote that says coming up Ace, okay? And we're going to put that right in the emote so that way I can have some emotes. All right? For any perusal of the chat. You know, they can just go ahead and just put that in the chat if they want to. I don't have any emotes right now. I'm gonna fix that. And this is gonna be kind of like a neon sign. All right. Now what I'm going to do is where the lines are. Oops. Let me just Control Z that. Where the lines are, I'm gonna put thicker, colorful lines in between these lines, and where these lines are currently, that's gonna be a blank spot, so it looks more like a neon sign. Doing all right. That's good to hear. Playing anything recently? Um, they had Jedi Survivor on sale. I did play the first one. I'm going to I'll probably play them on stream one day since they're starting to, it's starting to become a franchise, I guess. So maybe I can play 1 and 2. I'm gonna play them on the hardest difficulty, one lightsaber, uh, and we're just gonna be a Jedi Guardian knight. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I did make a better Twitch TV emote. I didn't think about that. Well, I think we can come up with some stuff for that. Wow. I don't even know how to do that, but I'll figure it out for those people who have better Twitch TV and what is it? Frankie Faces or Franken Face, whatever the heck it's called. um, but yeah, I actually did not consider that. That's actually a good idea. Stay tuned. We're gonna do that sometime in the future. Right now, I'm just gonna work on like the standard emotes. Uh, you know what? Let's be a little bit more specific. Neon background sketch. There we go. Neon diamond. You can just upload emotes there. Oh, all right. Yeah, I've seen that. Because people have like the Pepega stuff, which I don't think I'll do that. I think I've seen that enough. And Bone Zone, which I actually do like that, but like again, I've seen enough of that, so we won't be doing that. I'll try to think of some things that haven't been done yet, that kind of fit, my channel a little bit more. Okay, so there we have the start of a background. Okay, now what I want to do is we're going to do like the like a Las Vegas neon sign. I'll show you right here. I'm using this as a reference. And what I want to do is I'm going to put coming up Ace like that, okay? And we're going to make it look more like this. But I'll probably choose some different colors. That's the idea, okay? It's the idea that I'm going to 50 emotes. Yeah, yeah. I've seen it, yeah. I do have a couple of ideas for an animated emote. The first one I'm going to do is just going to be a standard emote, which will be like a slot machine. And I do have an idea for a dance one too. Because even though lots of people have that, that's kind of like a standard thing, right? I do also want to have a dance emote. Where are we coming up Ace. It's like coming up Ace. It's like uh, things are coming up Ace. Okay, when something good happens in the stream, it's coming up Ace. All right. Like if I go in, okay, I want to get something. Oh no, there's like an RNG chance. Okay, the item dropped. Coming up Ace. All right. It's like coming up Millhouse, okay? But it's not Millhouse, it's Ace. I don't know if you've seen The Simpsons, but that's where it originates from. I just took that and put coming up ace instead. That's all. That's all I did. Okay. And it's been actually decades since I've seen The Simpsons. I haven't really been watching it at all. I haven't watched it since the 90s. I don't even know when he says coming up in Millhouse or even if I've even seen that episode, but I do know the quote, okay? I'm sure I've seen it though because, I recognize it. I just don't know when I've seen it. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to leave it like this. Now, I'm going to start another layer. All right. Now, where to put the coming? I think right here. Maybe we can make it like a. You see how it kind of extends past this diamond background? I think I should do the same thing, but so I'll make the coming bigger than the diamond like that. But instead of the 7 letters you see here, you got COMING. The 6 letters, I have to center it with the 6 letters. Okay, I'm gonna have the circle and everything, and then of course I'm gonna have to color it so that it looks more neon. I've done that before on a much older project of some OCs back in the day when I was learning digital art, so I kind of have an idea of how to paint neon already. So that won't be too hard. So I made the Goose of Judgment. Oh, is that the emote? My judgment is luck. Okay, that's we rely on stream. Okay, we rely on luck a lot on video games. So we're just gonna stick to that. The Goose of Judgment. That sounds like a boss fight. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, all right. So let's get started. Do we make a circle? Do I use a circle tool? I know we have one. Yeah, ellipse. Should I just do it like that? I don't want to. Yeah, I guess that could work, but I have to cut. I kind of have to. Let's see. Let's make them like that. I think that's big enough, and then we can take the move tool and. Oh shoot! Stop. I thought I clicked that like this. Okay. So we'll have 6 of these, and we can just duplicate these right across the board. Super easy. Cheating? I don't care. We're doing it. Okay. Is it cheating? I don't know. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it how we can get it. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know why I keep just adjusting the camera. I keep noticing that I am not centered. Does that really bother people? My goose looked at me in a judging way, and I managed to take a photo of that. Then I was in a drawing mood and drew over that. Oh, nice. That's kind of what I did for my a profile pic. I just made like a menacing face and then like use that as a reference. I'm gonna redo it though because it's if you look at the big version of it, it's a really simplified thing because I just wanted a profile pic, but I'm going to do a much better one in the future one day. It's going to be the same exact thing, just a little bit better looking. It's mostly just painted over. Let's see. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me try something real quick. I want to split screen this so that way I can see this better, but I want to switch. Oops. Okay, that's fine. Wait. Why is my arm up? I can't do anything with my arm. I only require the mouse. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just drew. I used that as a reference, and then it's mostly paint though. It's not. I didn't really do a lot with the line art. I tried to do it like in the style that I'm going to do my webcomic in, which is basically just like a comic book style where you use a lot of blacks for the line art. Like some of the like it's like heavy shadows and things like that. But that's still up in the air. I'm not sure if I want to actually do that. At least not like super heavy black. I might do the heavy blacks and then like kind of lower the opacity. Okay, let's duplicate. What? Duplicate. Shift D, right? No. Wait. What happened? Why can't I? Okay, copy layer. Duplicate layer. What's the shortcut for this? I thought it was shift. Oh, wait, that was Blender, wasn't it? Is it control D? No, that doesn't work. Really? Oh, okay. Duplicate layer. We need to duplicate this 5 more times. Duplicate layer. Duplicate layer. Duplicate layer. And they're numbered for our convenience. Duplicate layer. And duplicate layer. And then all we have to do is just adjust them. So that's our first circle. You can see they're there because the lines are much more bolder. So they're right on top of each other. All right. And we're just gonna move that right over here. Now I'm gonna, okay, so the circles are kind of close together. I think, yeah, we'll just make them thicker when I make them into neon, make them more neon looking. 2. Now what if okay, we'll make sure that they're evenly spaced here. 3. I think that'll make it even on each side. I think so. What we could do is what I should have done was combine these into one layer and then duplicated that and then put it over there. But that would have been much easier to do than what I just did. Okay. We're looking for ways to do things quicker and faster. Okay. We're in the digital art medium. Okay. So we don't have to draw everything out. Although I like doing that because I don't want to give up on traditional, you know. So I try to make it as simple. I try to draw in the most simplest way possible in digital so that way I can transfer back to traditional easier, you know. Control C. Oh yeah, Control C. What the heck? I knew that. Why did I have a brain fart? Thank you for reminding me. I actually knew that. I just forgot because I've used Blender so much and I remember those. 4. Okay. And then why did I say 5? Oh wait, no. I know why I said 5. Wait, I missed the number. Okay, so 3 is way over here now. Which one is this? I don't know. Oh, that's copy 2. Copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, copy 4, copy. Okay. But copy 4 is over there. Okay, hold on. We gotta rearrange these. Hold on. I messed up. I don't know why I did this. Copy. Copy is with. Oh no, I did it right. Copy. Copy. Stop saying copy. Copy 2. I'm going to fix them. Don't worry. I mean, they're actually in the right order. I just copy 4. Yeah, I know. I think it's no, that's actually you can do control. You can actually go over a layer and do control C in Blender as well, and then and then paste that into a different Blender window. I've done that before. That's how I get. That's how I carry my boots over from each of my characters. I just got a little confused. Okay, a little confused. All right, so we want to have it something like that. All right. So either I have to make these bigger. Uh, transform scale. That's the original. All right. What I'm gonna do is, because I'm not gonna edit transform all of these, so we're just gonna delete all of them. All right, there we go. Now, all right, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to make it look more like the reference. Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah. I'll just duplicate layer, please, and then we'll just. Now I want to use similar colors. I think the background is going to be blue instead of because you know it's a diamond, blue instead of yellow, and then we'll have these circles yellow instead. And instead of red, I'll think of a different color. So that's what yellow, blue. Well, it should be red, honestly, because that makes sense. The primary colors, right? Yeah, why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll use the primary colors for this. That's casino-y enough, right? That's Vegas-y enough. Except I think this neon sign is more orange than red. Ah, screw it. Anyway, yeah, primary colors. Okay, Shift D. No, Control. Okay, all right. Yeah, yeah. We'll just hit duplicate. That's much quicker than doing two hotkeys. The whole purpose of a hotkey is to do it faster, but if you have to do it twice, when I could just right click. Well, I guess that's two actions too. It doesn't really. What am I talking about? Okay, just do the thing. Okay, just do it. Just do everything. Do the stuff that you're supposed to do. All right. Let's see. Duplicate layer again. I don't know. I feel like this is still off. Okay, good point. I don't know where my head is right now. Okay, if it works. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Control C. All right. I just Control C. Now Control V. V. Looks like it works. V. There it is. We're gonna delete that one. It's one letter too much. Okay. Copy. Wait, layer one. No, copy. Layer one. Copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we don't even need a fifth one. What am I doing? What are we doing? It's copy 4 because we're not counting the original. No, it isn't. Which one of these is the real is we still have two here, I think. Or maybe I don't know. I'm screwing myself over now. Now I'm confusing myself. Okay, so we did need an actual copy. 5. And I knew that from the beginning, but then we forgot. Well, let's just hit Control V again. How about that? There, it's back. See? See? As you can tell, we don't normally do this. We just draw everything out, which has its benefits. But for this, for something simple as this, we can just copy it. There's really nothing to gain from drawing it. Not the new hot thing, Bongo Cat. No, I don't. I don't know what that is. I am not up on the latest trends, except for when it comes. Sometimes when it comes to art, I see a lot of art trends, but little else. Is that an art trend? I hope not, because I don't know it. Okay, copy one. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. And yeah, you know what? We're going to put this all on one layer. That way we can move the whole layer once it's good. Now I think I want to adjust all these rings down. Maybe we can go like that. Maybe just a little bit. All right, there we go. That looks pretty. Bongo cat? No, what's a bongo? Okay, hold on. You know what? Because I can just let me look. Let's take a look at this bongo cat. Okay. I don't know why I got to do a captcha for a Google search. What is up with that, man? Unusual activity on your traffic lights. I don't know why I'm starting this with me. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I don't look up anything weird. Oh yeah, that yeah, the keyboard thing. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people with an emote like that. I know Bongo Cat. Yes. I do know Bongo Cat. I didn't know it was called Bongo Cat. It's a musical artist, apparently. Didn't know that. Nah, I didn't know, but I did have seen this before, and it's a game, apparently. Yeah, I've seen people do this, but with a keyboard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know Bongo Cat. Yes, I just saw that game. Yeah, I just saw it. I saw it. Okay, so they're apart, so that way, if we need to adjust the individual circles, we can just cut the circles and adjust them. But what I think I'm gonna do now is merge all of them down. Merge them down. What's this? Okay, just want to make sure because I'm gonna name it now. Coming. No, not that. Circles. I'll put the actual letters as coming. Coming. We got to make sure because we've already made very simple mistakes. If you type it, it's doing bongo. In the game, is that how you play it? You type bongo and it does the bongos? Is that what it is? Is that what's going on? Is that what you mean by that? Okay, that's not too bad. This is just a framework. We're gonna have to draw the neon around that. I think what I can do is just take a thick color line and just draw around it basically, and then make the center of that color line white. That'll make it look more neon, and then probably put like a color glow around the respective colors in this. So we'll have it blue, yellow, and then the color, the actual letters red. Except up. Up will be also no, it won't be blue and blue. We'll make sure it stands out. Oh, it does the bongo action. That's it. That's the whole game. All right. Well, let's save this. Okay, let's save this. Uh, there we go. There's the last digital piece I did right there. I'm working on some other projects too. And it's multiplayer. Great. Yeah, well, whatever floats the boats, the old boat. The simplest games that I have played would be like a flash game on Newgrounds or something. I'm trying to think right now. What was the? Oh, I know. There's a website where it was Captain Kirk smacking someone, and you just you keep clicking it, and you can smack the person so fast that the klaxon alarms go off on the ship, and you just keep going. That's it. That's the whole game. I've done that. I played a game like that. That's probably the simplest game I've ever played. I think that's a whole website too. Here, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Here, you want to see it? You want to see it? Here it is. This is the game. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta take this. I gotta activate the scripts before I can play this. I don't have anything running when I'm on a website. Okay, here we go. This is the game right here. What? Oh, he's slapping himself. Okay. I don't know why he's not. Am I doing it right? I don't know why. Is this it? Is this how you? Why is he? Why you have to keep? You have to do it in like a. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. This is the game. This is the game right here. This is the game. Here, here's another one. This is the one I've seen before. Slap Spock. There it is. That's the game. It's called Slap Kirk. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. Just to give you an idea, a visual uh of that game of what I was talking about. There it is. Okay, I think all we have left are the no, actually, we have to do something to these circles. Actually, no, we don't. I'm not gonna fully complete the circle when I do the neon. See, it has a thing. We're gonna make it look more neon by just putting the. You see, they're not all in the same spot either, so we'll keep that in mind. It's only because of the sounds, and I don't know. It might get auto flagged because of that. But since it was going so fast, I don't know if that'll actually matter. um, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by, Tunas. I hope you have a great breakfast, lunch, or dinner. See you later, man. Have a great day. We're gonna continue with this. Let's see. We got all right. So that's basically. I don't know if I'll do the star. Yeah, we can do the star. Like this thing. It can be. I don't know what that could be, but no, we don't need to do that. But we okay. We don't need to do here because I got up here as the cursive because I don't remember everything about cursive. We got this up U, but we don't have P, so that's why I got this. Just so I can see how to translate that into a neon sign. But we're gonna put that star there. All right. The only problem is you gotta do the star. All right. So put the line back on. Let's see, it's centered right, so I guess the star would be right up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is, I mean, welcome is 7 letters, but we're gonna put the star in the same spot. All we have to do, oh wait, don't put it on circles though. We got to put it on its own layer. And we'll just call it star. That's a stat star. Don't ask me where my brain was there, but that's what happened. We're going to go with it. Brain, what happened? What happened, brain? Brain, what happened? Brain. Okay, so that's close enough. This is just a guide. All right, this is how it's going to. The basic idea is there. All right, so we don't have to make this perfect because we're going to be drawing the rest of this once we have it all together. I just made it perfect. Well, not perfect. I tried to complete it anyway, even though I just said, sometimes I gotta do it. Okay, don't mind me. Oh, you know what would be a great idea? We could make a perfect V, right? Like this. Well, it's not a perfect V. Don't just pretend that it is, okay? And we can copy that and then paste it, but then take the copy, transform, rotate. Now we're cooking with gas. got you a nice cool X pattern here, right? Maybe you can make some pantaloons for the Swiss Guard or something, or maybe a land-snecked mercenary. But we're not doing any of that, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead and just go up here and we're gonna do the star this way, okay? That way it's not uneven anywhere. And now we're gonna do that again. All right. Control C. Whoa. You don't have to control C that, but it's okay if you do because then you won't have to rotate it as much. We're going to control V that. And then we're going to edit, transform. And we're going to click free transform this time so that way we can do whatever we need to do. Okay, that's not, I don't want a free transform anymore. Cancel that. Transform, we're going to pick scale and rotate, okay? That's better. I no longer want to free transform. Because we want to just do that, all right? And we want to reduce this particular point by half. About half, I think, is a good thing here. And you know what we should have done was the cardinal directions first, so that way we know exactly where to put it. So we're going to go ahead and just leave that over there off to the side. We're going to find a cardinal direction. We're going to copy that cardinal direction. And then we're going to paste it. But we're going to hit scale and rotate here. Rotate it exactly. I think there's a specific command where you can just do that. Just rotate it straight up 90 degrees, but it don't matter. Okay, it don't matter. Now we got to count for the width of the smaller ones, okay? Yes, apply that transformation. Thank you. All right. Move it down. That's where we want the cardinal direction. Can I move this up so that way we don't get confused? Okay. Now we're gonna have to we're just gonna have to bring that down some. Oh, yes. Once we put it together, we'll adjust it. Right now we just want to get the proper spacing because if we want to join these lines, then this has to come down a little bit more. All right, there we go. Now Control C and then Control V. And I want to put that on top so that way we don't get confused with the numbering here. And what I want to do is, now we don't want to rotate or flip the canvas. We want to rotate and flip what we're just this thing here. I think we're just gonna have to do that with transform. No, flip horizontal. There. And then just move it over and attach this line with that line. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to do the cardinal direction again because we need that one on the other side now. And as soon as I find it, we can, 2, 3, 3. Okay, that's why we did it in, that's why we numbered them in order. Okay, we arranged them in the specific order so that wouldn't happen, but it happened anyway. Also, we need to Control C that and then Control V that. Transform, flip horizontal. Let me make sure those lines meet. Okay. Our star is almost complete. See how easy that is with digital art? It's Baby Town Frolic. All right, now with this particular one, we're going to select it, of course, edit, transform, and we're going to flip that vertical. What? Control Z, Cancel. Just gonna cancel that. Oops. Oops. Okay, Control Shift Z a couple times. Now, where is it? No. What happened? Put it back, please. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we got to do that part again. I don't know what happened there. Flip horizontal. Just put it back over there. Real simple, real easy. Now, when we were supposed to select the thing first, that's what we didn't do. All right. Control C and then Control V. So that way, that one becomes a little bit more emboldened. Okay. A little bit more bold. And we're going to flip that vertical. Okay, sure. Yeah. Since it's flipped that way, we can just put it right over there. It doesn't really matter which way. But we want to take this one for the next point and flip this one horizontal. So that way we can just get it right there. Real simple, real easy. Okay. Now we got to find this one. That's 2, right? No, it's not. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. That's the original, actually. We should have known. Um, move this up. Okay. And now we're going to go back to 5. I'm sorry, we're going to go back to 6. There we go. All right. Control C. And then transform flip horizontal. That didn't, wait. Cancel. Control V. And then do what we just did. Flip horizontal. Oopsie poopsie. As you can see, we're a little bit off here. Why is that? It's okay. We can make it slightly bigger. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not that big. Here, let's just do this. There we go. No. Yeah, how come we can't? Okay, let's get a little closer to the lines, okay? Not really sure why this didn't. I'm sure it's because it's in, they're not fully connected and they don't have to be because we're going to just use this as a guide for when we're drawing it, okay? So it's okay. That's close enough, all right? You're not going to be able to see from all the way when, however small it's going to be. It's going to be like that small, maybe even more smaller than that. We got to shrink this all the way down for Twitch, okay? But that's essentially, I can see that this side is a little bit off. I think that's what the problem is. Let me just try to find that real quick. Because I don't remember which one it was. What? Is it 7? No? Okay, yeah, yeah. We want 7 and we should have done it like clockwise, okay? That would have been so much easier, but we did not think of that until just now. The next time I make a star though, okay. I think the problem is that these are a little too high, so let's move these down a little bit. Move that side down a little bit. Okay, 3. 3, yes. Which means our little correction is gonna have to get removed there. That's okay though. That's okay. That was the last thing we did, right? Yep, sure was. Star copy 7. I'm gonna remove that correction because it's getting on my nerves now. It's not correct anything right now. All right, let's not worry about that. Don't correct nothing. Now, okay, now that's the original star, right? We're going to try to fix this real quick just to see if we can. We can make it not crooked and incomplete. All you have to do is make them touch. Make the points touch in the right way. That's 2, right? No, it's not. Is that copy? Okay. Yes, that's 5. Of course it's 5. All right. Oh, that's 4, right? Yep, that's 4. That's 4. That's a 4A. Now, the one that isn't showing, we know because we made it invisible. Wait. Okay, this is no problem here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take transform. I'm going to try to scale it down a little bit. See, we just make it fit, okay? We can make it fit. The little minor differences you're not going to be able to see when it's an actual emote, so it's not a big deal. You can probably erase some of these lines too. I'll wait until we make this whole. It's whole enough, all right? Here's the star. Okay, so let's merge everything down now. Ooh, oh. I don't know what happened there, but let's just merge with layer below. Merge with layer below, please. Just get down to the original layer. Stop selecting things that I've never selected before. Okay. And then star. There, now it's star again. It's no longer star copy, it's star. Where that's the way it should be. And we'll just erase the excess lines. There, now it's a star. Look at that. Whoa! Whoa! There we go. See? Excellent day. Now, there's our fake Vegas sign, our fakest sign. We're in fake Vegas. That's like this is the framework of what we're going to be doing. Now, all I have to do are the words. That should be easy. I'm just thinking about the how. Okay. I think what we'll do is we will just draw them in. We'll just have to be very careful, and we're gonna have to make the lines really thick. And then I'll just color over that with the the colors. Gonna get the stylus now. Even I don't think I was using the mouse before, but now we're using the stylus. Now, the thickness of the letters, okay, it's not going to be an issue. Like I said, we're going to color over them with the respective color. And we want them thicker than usual because what we're going to do here is we're going to do the color and then light in the middle. See how it is? See how it's lighter in the middle? Try to make it look more neon. And then, of course, you got the hue around that, all right, to make it look like it's glowing. We're going to have a dark background, too, to make all of that pop, all right? See that? Lighter blue. Almost white in the center. You can see the white line, the neon line, the little filament in there that's giving off the light. We're going to try to replicate that in some way. All right. I want like double the line that we had. I want 50% more line. So we were at 45. We're gonna go ahead and go to 90. All right. And we're gonna carefully draw. I have everything but the eye. And the eye, I'm sure, is fine. The letter I, we could just draw a straight line down. That's not really a big deal. All right. So we can make it look as close to the sign as possible. I have U, I have P, and of course I have A. I don't have C, but what I can do is just make that, like make the C and then just copy this half of the G and then and just put that down here for the C. So I have A, C, and then E. All right. So we can make it look pretty close to where that's how we're going to do it. Now all I gotta do is because I'm not a letter person, you know, when it comes to drawing letters. That's something I'm gonna have to get really good at because I'm making a web comic, of course. And you know what I could do instead, actually? Oops. Let's see how a circle looks in this. Oops, now we gotta do that again. Duh. Duh. That's 99. Okay, 90. There we go. Now we could just do the circle and then erase half of it. Bang, that's a C. All right, see? See, now we're thinking with portals. Even though I never played that game. I don't know why I'm referencing it. And of course, we did that on the wrong layer. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that and then make a new layer. And we're going to make each letter its own layer, all right? Just so that way we can fix any mistakes that are about to happen. That bold should be fine, okay? The only question is, is that the size that we want to go for? I think that's good. I think maybe a little bit bigger. That's what I'm thinking. We can do that because we have the power of technology to do that. Okay? Yeah, maybe about that big, okay? I think that's fine. Now all we got to do is erase half of that. And we got ourselves a C. Now the C just ends. It seems like it's a little bit more than a half, to be honest. Maybe we can extend it. That's pretty much what we're going to do with the outer circle too. Draw over it with the respective color, which is going to be, in this case, yellow, I think. Yellow, the letters will be red, and this will be blue. The star is also red. I think we can keep that red. And we'll do a triple neon filament for the diamonds too, you know, just to make it look more like that. Hey, little base guy, welcome in. Thank you for the lurking, for the lurk. I'm great. How are you? We're working on an emote here today. Oh yeah, hold on, wait. Let me give you guys some shout outs. Sorry, I suck at this stuff. Okay. Uh, yeah, check out Tunos. He's a streamer too. He streams games, RTS games, first person shooters. Yeah, we're finally getting to the emotes. Okay, I'm going to just put a little bit of a hold on the 3D art. That way I can work on the channel a little bit more because I've been really neglecting that. Like I want to, you know, I want to do all the regular stuff. You know, set up a Discord and things like that. I want to hold off on the Discord until I have art to post because that's what it's mainly going to be for, just posting art and whatnot, just sharing art. But yeah, you know, all the standard stuff we want to try. I'm gonna try to get that done because I do have a lot of stuff. Oh, oh, apparently there was an ad running the entire time. I didn't. Oh wait, no. Ads are coming in a minute. I'm sorry that that we have to deal with that, but here we are. Let's see. And then as soon as the time is up, I'll give you a shout out, little bass guy. Everybody follow little bass guy in the meantime. Um, he is an artist. He's a programmer. I think on his last stream he was working on some more bot, another bot, right? Or the current bot on a chat bot. And I think what was it, a bug? Was it like an insect? I didn't see it. Was when I lurked in, it was kind of minimized, and you started doing the programming stuff. We want to go to 90. Okay. Make this look more like a C. All right. There. That's good. Only that top C, not good. Let's get in a little closer so that way we don't have to guesstimate. The only problem is when you zoom in, your brush size kind of gets it doesn't have the same effect. See, it's a little smaller than the C we're drawing now, so we're gonna have to fill that little bit in. Then we got there we go. Is that an appropriate C? I think it is, man. We just got to center it inside that circle. All right. Okay. Let's make it a little bit larger, just a little bit more, because the C it's not a perfect half circle. It kind of like the ends kind of stretch out past the middle part a little bit, just a little bit, as a C would, right? Just little things you don't really look at when you're looking at letters. Okay, at least I didn't. Like I said, I'm not a letter person, but I have to be a letter person in the future because of our webcomic project. We'll get there, okay? Now, CO. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna just. Oh wait, we messed up there. All right, let's give Shift O. We'll go with the corner of that circle there. I think that's about the same size. And then we'll take oh, here we go. And then image competition assistant app. I've been mostly working on the bot off stream because that's where I rage the most. Yeah, I know. Every time I go into the stream, it's like a problem that's happening with that bot. I know. I get it. I understand. You can still hear me, right? I know the ads are running. I'm sorry. I'll just say it again, just in case. If you don't answer. Okay, welcome back from the ads, everyone who was attacked by the ads. That's why I don't have a lot of people in my chat these days. Now the streams are going well, nobody shows up. Oh no. Well, yeah, the weekday streams has kind of been hard for me because of work, but some I'm in the I was in I'm in some day streams sometimes. Sometimes I can make those. I was in yesterday's, but hope that it goes better for you as far as the bot the bot work. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, here we go. But yeah, give Little Bass guy a follow and check out his streams. He does photography, editing photos, um, sometimes 3D work too. Also, he has his OC, Nyla, the vampire, um, and some software development as well. People don't understand it's just part of the process for problem solving. Hitting a brick wall, getting pissed off about it, and finding a way over or around the wall. The ultimate result is a better bot for the community. Yeah, I know. I kind of I understand where you're coming from with that. My current problem, even though it's not really a point of rage because I think I know what the problem is and I can fix it. Um, is the rigging of the 3D characters. Mainly the most important part, of course, the face. I want to be able to have my characters show emotion on the panels, and rigging them that way would be the easiest way for me to just do it instead of looking at a Google image of someone going like, ah, and then like, trying to fit that on a person's face. Because if you look at an example, if you look at like a deep fake, right? That doesn't even work with a deep fake because you still can see the bone structure of the person underneath of whoever's face is on top. Okay, a good example would be to look at a deep fake of the scene from The Matrix when Neo is fighting Morpheus. They had a deep fake to where they put Bruce Lee in that scene, and then while it does look like Bruce Lee, you can still see Keanu Reeves' facial structure underneath in certain shots. Okay, their faces aren't just because he's Asian. They're gonna like the cheekbones are gonna be a little bit different on Asians, as a compared to Caucasian and everyone else, African American, whatever, or African. Um, but yeah, you can still see things like that, and it's the same way when you're drawing an emotion from referencing emotion on a different face to another face that's not the same. Okay, that's why I want my 3D models to be able to do that. And I think the problem is I'm using the magnet tool to stick the bones on the outside, and I think that's where the problem is because the bones aren't fully aligned. They're on top of the skin instead of inside the mesh, or at least like in the centered inside the mesh. I think that's what the problem is because some parts of it work and some don't. Mainly the eyes. Okay, these are going to be the most important. The eyes are mostly like the most important thing, of course. So I can make the jaw move, maybe an eyebrow or two. It's not always the same, and I think that's the reason. But I've done it enough times. I can do it manually, so that's the workaround. It's just that's a whole other process. Doing it manually is a lot, probably the same length as as doing it in 3D. Unless I get really good at it, maybe I can shave that time down. But automating it, like using Rigify, is generating a skeleton right there on the spot, and then just fitting that skeleton within the 3D mesh. It's so much quicker, and I've done it enough times to where I can probably do a stream where I'm trying to figure that out on stream. But we'll see. That's where I'm at. That's my brick wall sort of. But I think we'll be all right. And I'm sure I'm gonna because I do want to I want to try to make a video game. Um, once I get 3D locked down, we're about like 90% there. Then we got to do animation, and then I got to figure out how to put that all that in an engine, and then make it do whatever the heck I wanted it to do. Okay, so I'm sure I'm gonna be there's gonna be some points where we're figuring things out as well. It's coming, I know it. I just have to. There's a bunch of other brick walls before we can get to that brick wall, so we'll see. Like, why won't you jump? Why won't you jump? I'm not gonna do that. Oh, at least I don't think I will, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be something. Never say never. All right, so we have M. We could do M. I try not to rage like with anything really. The thing, you know what makes me rage? One thing that makes me rage. The last thing I raged at was fighting games. It's sometimes fighting games can do that. I might get extra angry at something. I really like fighting games though. It's just like I don't know. I just can't commit to them because I would rather spend that time improving my art. So now that's interesting. This is not even on the M, and it's like that by design. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Uh, M. Oh yeah, we can no. Well, I mean, this is how it's supposed to look, right? I think we're gonna need some more layers for M. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Let's go back and let's do this. Control C and then Control V. All right, now we got M copy. Edit. Uh, scale. No, not scale. Cancel. Edit. Transform. Yeah, I guess scale was fine. There. This will ensure that it's nice and even. Okay, we'll just do it that way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We just got to make it a decent. Even the M is not even. Look, I'll just show you. Look at this. This side is not as big as this side, and of course, this side breaks off before the uh the apex. I don't know what the opposite of apex. Apex of the V is, and comes this way. Okay, we're gonna ignore all that. We'll just try to make it look. Okay, we can use, maybe we can use that as the middle point, right? And go like this, and then go like that. Hmm. I mean, that's how it looks. Yeah, I guess that's fine. COM. Now we need ING. We'll keep it like that. Now, this is just like I said, this is just a guide. We're gonna put the colors in right over this. All right, we're gonna trace that. I'm gonna trace it. Now, I don't have actually don't have a how I looks. We could do this the basic, the line. I think that's how it would work. You know what? Let's try neon sign I in Google. I don't like coming to Google. That's why I like making my own references because it's not easy finding something specific on Google Images, even today. Okay, see, see what I'm saying? Look at this. I type in neon sign I. This is what I get. I get Slay Queen, neon, good vibes only. These are things I'm not looking for. Okay, I don't want to scroll too far because I don't know what's going to show up. I did not properly vet that entire thing. But that's just a small thing. Okay, now imagine drawing something complicated. But we did see one eye and it's just a straight line. So I guess we could just do that. I don't know. Like I could take the time to look at neon signs in Vegas because this is Vegas inspired and try to see how they do eyes there. I'm sure there's an eye somewhere like Bellagio or something like that. You know what? Speaking of, let's see. No, it's in cursive. All right. Wait. Well, it's its own font. It's its own font though. Darn. Darn tootin'. But it is an I, a straight down I. But it kind of has the little corners on the end. I don't want to show it just in case they show it like a showgirl or something. I've never been to Bellagio. I don't know what they have in there besides, gambling. You never know. I don't know how they're dressed or what. Uh, but even this, okay, I got a good thing here. I think Ariston. Yeah, it's a straight down I, but it's like, all right. How about we just X that out and then just quick tip: make sure you fill the square end to end as much as possible on sides because those sides on the boundaries of your emote. And if you pull in, it could be really thin or small. Also, add a 5 pixel white stroke around your emote. That way, it's visible in dark mode. Gotcha. Thank you. These are all good things. I think maybe we can make the emote itself a neon sign and put a neon border around it. That could work. Unfortunately, I have to stop now. Okay, I have to leave my house for a little while. I got lost track of the time here. One day we won't have to do this anymore, and we'll be able to go all the way to 12 like before. But I gotta stop now. Okay, but I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much, little base guy. Um, Thank you for everyone who stopped by and check and hung out in the stream. Thank you so much for watching the vibe. If you're watching the vibe, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you as well. We're gonna continue this tomorrow. Okay, we're definitely gonna continue this tomorrow morning, and of course expect more Shadow Hearts on Friday if I can get free. Okay, and Saturday, of course, in the morning. All right. So look forward to that. If you're interested, I'll be there. I hope you're there too. All right. Till then, have a great day.